Hey everybody, it's Ozmammoth, and once again we're going to be playing some Dark Souls Remastered. This is the 1.03 edition. We do play offline, and to be honest, guys, uh, I started a new game, but I wanted to play with a bunch of weapons and stuff like that. Like don't hate me, don't hate me. I just wanted to play with new weapons and see all the sights and do all the things, and I had a really good time. I feel like playing with magic builds is a bit more of a tribulation trial at first, and then it probably gets better. But from from the more melee build, well, the melee build that I'm playing as is it's been a grand old time so far. I've been having a blast. And frankly, I think that was the design intention of Miyazaki was to make this about the physicality. Yeah, like the pyromancy and the magic system is probably like super awesome in here, but it's probably really powerful too. So the need for like putting that off a little bit, you know, on the journey for a character such as mine is probably best intentioned as like learn the routes, learn everything you need to learn, and then you'll run into methods of gaining souls and getting the magic items that you require to push forward. I feel like I went about the process all wrong, and I thoughtlessly put effort in areas that didn't need to be. I was not in the best mind frame, and therefore my ability to think logically and with a bit more patience uh, kind of kind of went out south. It kind of left as I kept playing. I kept getting worse. And then I started making things up like it's gotta be adapting to me. Oh man, it's embarrassing. I got 7 videos of you guys watching me like freak out because I'm just devolving mentally as I play, and I understand completely. Um, like how frustrating it must be for you all because I wake up and like a day after all of this and I can't believe it. Like I was wild. I should have taken a break when I was supposed to. When Sunny told me to take a break, I should have taken a break. I should have taken a break hours before that. But I had to stay up. I truly did have um like to sorry. Uh Brain broke there for a second. I did have to stay up so I could monitor my diabetic cat. So she wasn't doing so well, and we didn't have her food that was she required. So she was on some substitute stuff that required a bit more monitoring. So I was out of sorts, and plus the disease that I got is a bit rough on me from time to time, especially during the summer months. And so I needed to take a little bit more time to breathe and figure out what I wanted. I wanted to jump back on the game, and so I did. And I started a new character, uh, and I'm probably going to go back to the magic person, to be honest. Um, I want to complete that playthrough for this channel, and then I also want to complete the game with the character that I played afterwards. Because, ooh boy, I got that Black Knight sword, ooh, and I just started dominating. I loved it. Then I figured out how to upgrade everything. I figured out how to equip certain equipment and like where picking stuff up meant stuff from what, where. Sorry, what I mean is like I was like going around, and I went to the blacksmith, and I saw that in his trade, like the buy system, the shop. Sorry, I'm like two bowls deep, and I got like 15,000 thoughts racing through my mind. Hugh, the blacksmith. I was over at him, and I checked out his shop, and I saw that he had some medallion, and then I went over from the medallion to, or I saw that the medallion had to do something with a forest, and I was like, forest? What forest? I don't understand this forest. So I was like running around doing a bunch of other stuff for a couple hours before I went back to the blacksmith, and then I was like, okay, well, I think I've done everything that I think. I've defeated the gargoyles. I've ringed the top bell. I've checked out some of the forest, but I haven't really checked out a whole lot of it. Just like I didn't go down off that beaten path. I didn't drop down because I didn't want to commit to that route. And then I went around the other side, and then I saw that there was a door with a glowing light on attached to it in the forest. And then I was like looking around, like, what the heck? What is this? And then I see kind of this outline on one of the walls that looked like it could be a big square door where on the wall, but hidden as like if it's part of the wall. And so I hit it and it opened up, and no shit, there was a bonfire right there. Like, I was like, oh my god, Miyazaki, you put in stuff in Dark Souls, you fucking ass. But awesome. It was great. I didn't record any of this shit. I should have. But I didn't record any of this stuff because I was embarrassed. Okay? I was embarrassed that I quit playing that character and that I started just playing a completely different character. And I got further with that character than I did with any other character. I didn't defeat any real bosses or anything. I did figure out that I could go back to the undead asylum on accident when I was just running around and stuff. Uh, I saw this ledge when you're climbing, or when you're going up the elevator from the church to Firelink Shrine, and because I got the soul, and then sorry, my brain snapped again. It's water time. My mouth's dry. So yeah, so I went up went up the elevator from between those two places, and there's like this little ledge, and so I like flipped off of it, and then I walked around the side, and then I saw like this little path, so I walked the path, and then I saw this little ledge off of that. Like, it's just ground, but it like pokes up. Like, my brain keeps giving me the image of like the Lion King Pride Rock ledge. It's like angled up like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so, but it's all grass. So I walk up there, and there's like this pillar just a little ways away, but it's totally something I could like run and roll or jump over to. So I run and I roll, and I miss, and then I drop to the ground, and there's a bunch of fucking chests around, right? And I was like, whoa, what? I opened one, and it's a Morning Star hammer from that one cleric guy in the Firelink Shrine. Is there? And he's like, I don't want to talk to you. You ain't cool. You ain't like that. We ain't like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, actually, if you want to be friends, you can totally join my crew. And then I figure out through getting um, the hammer, some doll or fetish or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Uh, and a couple other items that this guy is basically, his faction, his church faction, are basically like like in Dark Soul or in Elden Ring, where those people who invade other people's worlds, they go and invade other people's worlds to kill undead in Dark Souls. Yeah, they're that group, but they're masking as a church as doing good, and that's like, what the fuck? They're the ones hollifying people. if you kill an undead, they holify. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? It's wild. So I learned that, and then I found a path up away, and then I got around the corner, um, and I found like this rooftop, and I had like an item on it, so I like rolled over to it. It forced me to have to like do the whole path all over again, but like I need to go back up anyway. I I found floor two west wing or west side of the undead asylum, and I was like, what? And so I just like I kept going around the path. I was like, wait, what does this have to pertain to anything? It has to, and I was like, oh, the path that I'm. So I went around back up, and I rolled again, but this time I landed on top of the pillar, and then it led me up into a building. And then I checked out that area, and there was nothing really around there. But I saw the big crow, and then I was like, oh. And then I saw there was a big nest like nearby, and I was like, oh. So I went around the building, on the outside, and then there was this nest, and I like it said, "Would you like to, lay down or whatever, or curl up in a ball?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I curled up in a ball, and I sat there for like 30 seconds. I was like, "That's cool." I took a picture. It was nice. Uh, and then this cutscene plays of like the crow picking me up and taking me back to the undead asylum, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that is awesome!" And so like I do all that, and then I'm checking out the area because now there's enemies and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, so there might be stuff around. So I'm like looking around, and then I see this little path after like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, I don't know where the fuck to go, and I don't want to go anywhere else because I'm afraid to go inside the building. So I was looking around, and I'm like, but I feel like there's something, and I see the side path, and I go around the side path, and it leads to this tinier nest, like bird nest with two eggs in it. And I'm like, the fuck? And so I look it up, and because I've been here for 20, I'm not gonna keep doing this, you know. I'm like, all right, hold on. I just need a hint. I just need to keep going. It's getting late. I'd been going for like 7 hours again at this point, and no, more like five and a half. But still, semantics. I was still exhausted, and and come to find out, the bird's nest is you drop an item like in your inventory, and the bird gives you something in return. It like trades, and it's called like Snubby the Crow, not Snubby, like Stubby the Crow or something like that. Snuffy, I don't know. Somebody will correct me. Um, but yeah, I dropped one of everything that I had. Like if I only had one of it, I didn't drop it, of course. Um, but as far as like basic belt items or whatever, and I got some interesting stuff, but I also got really interesting stuff, which is like level or weapon upgrading stuff. I was peaked. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, because I had the Black Knight sword and I couldn't upgrade it. And I was like, what? And I needed this like special Titanite shard stuff. Uh, so I finally got it from the fucking crow. That's the point of this whole entire long story. And so I got it from the crow, and then I like went back into the nest, sat down as an egg, and then I immediately got picked up this time around instead of like having to wait and lay around. And I was like, oh shit. So we got back, and then I went to all the way back up to the church, and then oh, by the way, uh, I found by sitting down at the Firelink Shrine that you get 10 flasks right there. 10 flasks every time. And it's the only place you get that. And I think that's because the Firelink Maiden is down in the bottom. And it's like, it's her soul or whatever. So it's like imbued or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. But then I went up to the elevator, and I went up the elevator, and uh, went back out, and I went to God damn, brain. You just like broke. My brain literally just broke. You just heard it slow down and it just stopped. Uh, what the hell? That felt horrible. My eyes hurt now. Uh, fuck. Jesus. Um, I'm sorry. My brain flatlined. I'm dead. Like my thoughts just stopped. Um, so Hugh, don't do drugs, kids. Hugh, um, the blacksmith. I went down to him, and then I finally I upgraded the sword, and now it's +2. And I'm just like, oh my god! And I'm just demolishing everything. So I went back to some other places. You know, I went all the way through the asylum, and then I found a really good shield. I unfortunately had to go and attack the other guy again, which was wild. Like there's a lot of stuff that I did that I didn't do in the original playthrough yet, but I think I'm going to. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've only played for 6 hours. Well, I played a year for 7, and you need to be deleted. No, I shall not delete you. So I got your hurdy-gurdy, and then barely here. But yeah, uh, I'll show you my hurdy-gurdy, and then this is what he's got. I went through some other places. I don't want to give it away because I'm going to jump over to uh, my other playthrough. But yeah, this is him in all his glory. I got a Black Knight sword that does 264 damage. Plus 77 damage with thrusts. I also have the Crest Shield, which does a great amount of magic damage, full physical damage negation, magic damage negation as well. Over half for fire, a little under half for lightning, and 55 stability. One thing that I'm really loving about this game is that every piece of items can be upgraded, which is phenomenal. On top of that, I got the Ring of Favor and Protection, Lutir Stone Ring, so that's been pretty wonderful. I truly am upset with how I dealt with that last playthrough, to be honest. There is learning, but I was ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Berserker? It's going good. How are you? But yeah, this is him. I'm at level 33. I have a vitality of 14. You know, I'm focused mostly on endurance because the gear that I'm wearing is extremely... the shooter? It was good. It was good. It was fun, but you know, it's I'm so used to it. It's a little boring. Just a moment. I'm gonna quickly finish up this video real quick, and then I'll get to talking to you naturally. Just a sec. So I'm focused mostly on endurance, strength, and I'm trying to build up endurance so that my character can carry heavier items. I got this really cool shield I want to put on, like not normally, but if I deal with magic, I can switch to another thing offhand. Um, with everything else, I think it looks pretty good. Uh, but yeah, like there was so much that I accomplished with this character that I didn't with the other one, but I will have to switch back over so that I can complete the playthrough that I'm doing on my channel. But I do want to show another playthrough of doing one of these runs, because this was fantastic. Playing the Magic Man is such a grueling experience. I hate it, but I assume from the things that I've seen in shops that it will benefit me later. I just need to get that to that point, you know. I had number 6 in the top left corner up there, which I guess helps with item discovery. And for like most of my playthrough, it was ridiculous how easy I slid through everything, and everything that I picked up, it was phenomenal. So I think I just need to be a little bit more patient with my other character and just take it slow and figure my character out and how it functions, because melee go hard, but hard is magic, you know? But I think there's going to be a big payoff. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our other character, and then we're going to end this video and start the playthrough after that. But yeah, let's see where this guy is at. Oh, right. Right. Let's see, we're level 17. Our vitality's 13, attunement 15, endurance 8, strength 10, dexterity 10, intelligence 23. Our faith is 8. Alright. Okay. So that's what we're working with. Now what we want... This is my Magic Man. Yerp. Now I've learned quite a bit from my other playthrough, which I think I really needed, but I know it's going to affect my natural playthrough of first time play. But you know what? Everybody usually looks things up to figure out how to play through. I just wanted to play through the game to figure things out for myself. So I think I'm, morally standing above my other versions of myself that I could have been. But not anybody else outside of myself. You guys are fancy and carry class no matter what you do. But yeah, so I think this is it. I think this is how we're going to focus ourselves today, and we are going to do a few things that you're just going to have to roll with me on. It's going to be a lot of ooh and ahs and oh my god moments, and trust me, I went through all of it. Oh, hi, Zarish Pi. Just a moment. Let me end this video. But everybody, you guys have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.